Thank you, sir. Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Namaskar. Yeah. So without wasting any time, so I will go into the subject, sir. Am I audible? Okay, so this is the CMA final. Group 3, paper number. Wow, excellent, sir. Paper number 16, SCM and DM. So actually, this is a regular class. So this will be in 100% English mode, sir. Yeah. Next one, approx duration. So this batch, this SCM and DM will be around 120 hours of duration, sir, approx. So this batch and it will be around as like other subjects. I'm also telling 31st March 2025, sir. Okay. So mode of the classes will be, you guys all know that yeah, face to face, and okay, you can watch these classes live on our BCCA app. Live mode is available and also a recorded version. Recorded class also will be available on weekly basis. So at the end of each week, I will be uploading the classes in our app, sir, so that you can purchase these English mode classes. So coming to books, sir. So for SCM and EM, I'll be giving two books. I think you have two books, right? So first one is a concept book. Second one is a workbook, sir. In concept book, okay, so all the concepts from institute study material will be simplified in condensed manner. There will be some concepts plus MCQs also there in concept book itself, sir. Okay, so these MCQs I have picked from past 10 attempt papers as well as some MTPs and also study material MCQs. Study material plus past papers, past year question papers and some MTPs, MTP or MQP. Okay, these are the sources I have covered in MCQs. Each chapter and you will be having some MCQs. Okay, so coming to the workbook, in workbook there will be two parts as like other subjects like SFM. So I have also divided so workbook into two parts. main questions and additional questions, sir. Okay, so for each chapter, so I have categorized the problem into concept wise grouping will be there, and also main questions and additional questions. Okay, if you can solve these main questions are so most probably enough. Okay. So this is all about, so in workbook also I have compiled the questions from study material institute study material questions, and also past year questions, past attempt papers. Okay, I have covered nearly so past attempt questions are so 10 attempt papers covered in this workbook, sir, except this December 24 paper. Except December 24 paper, all past papers are covered in that workbook. Okay, so next coming to our syllabus, sir. Okay, first of all let us see what is the index or syllabus in SCM and DM. Okay, so please try to write at least these chapters so that you can habituate to these chapter names. Good afternoon. Books received. Okay, thank you. Yeah, hello all. Welcome to BCCA. Welcome to the world of strategic cost management and decision making. Yeah. See, in SCM and EM, so we have two parts, sir. SCM and DM. SCM is for 60 percentage of weightage. DM is for 40 percentage. In total 100, if you take it as 100, so 60 percentage of the syllabus is SCM and 40 percentage is DM, sir. Okay, so first, so in total we have 15 chapters, sir. Out of these 15 chapters, first 5 chapters are from SCM, and remaining 10 chapters will be from DM part, sir. Okay, see chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, introduction. Introduction to what, sir? Introduction to SCM. Sir, what is this SCM, sir? SCM means strategic cost management, sir. You guys know, right? Thank you. At least you know this. Okay, in this chapter number 1, so this is completely theoretical chapter, sir. Okay, we have nearly 4 or 5 theoretical concepts only here. Okay, so one of the most important concepts here are value chain analysis, value chain analysis, supply chain management, management, and so cost reduction versus cost control. Yes. Okay, so these are the main topics we have in chapter number 1. So this is completely theoretical chapter. Okay, so coming to the chapter number 2, sir. Chapter number 2, quality management. Okay, so this is also somewhat theoretical chapter only, but here we have one concept called cost of quality, sir. Cost of quality. So in this we have 3 model problems, sir. Problems or questions we have in this cost of quality concept. Okay, 3 problems are enough. Three models only will be there. So if a problem is being asked from this chapter, means from this concept only they will ask from cost of quality, sir. And next, some concepts like you might have known these concepts from CM Enter, OMSM, total quality management, TQM, and Six Sigma, and we have business process reengineering. Okay, and also lean accounting. Lean accounting. Okay, these are the concepts. So all these four concepts are completely theoretical concepts only. Okay, coming that COQ concept only, we have problems. Okay, just three problems only. So from chapter number 3, this is the main chapter in SCM, sir. Okay, decision making. Decision making techniques. Decision making techniques. So in this we have multiple concepts, sir. So one of the main chapter here is first one, marginal costing 3.1. Marginal costing. Okay, so this marginal costing, you might have learned this in CM Enter costing, but here little bit extension of so something like in management accounting, you might have done the problems regarding make or buy situation, accept or reject, profit analysis. So something like some case study kind of questions will be there, sir. Okay, so here we have complete decision making situation. So we have to use the marginal costing techniques in particular situation to make a decision. That kind of problems will be there in marginal costing. So from marginal costing, 14-mark question is being asked from last two attempts, sir. Definitely 14-mark question in last two attempts. Okay. So next one, 3.2, pricing decisions. Again, somewhat theoretical chapter only, not that much important. Next one, most important chapter, transfer pricing. Transfer pricing. So 3.4. So this chapter also you might have learned in management accounting group 2 same enter. Okay, little bit so advanced concepts will be there in this transfer pricing, sir. And coming to 3.4, this one is relevant costing. Relevant costing. Next one, 3.5, target costing. Three point six, product life cycle costing. 3.7, asset life cycle costing, sir. Okay. 3.8, probability. Probabilities in decision making. Probability in DM means decision making, sir. See, here in total we have 8 subchapters, sir. Okay, so marginal costing is one of the important chapter. Okay, from which we can expect 14-mark question as well as one MCQ, sir. Okay, so from okay, pricing decisions are not that much important. Some small theoretical questions will be there. Transfer pricing, definitely a 7-mark question is being asked in every attempt, sir. If you can observe, so in a new syllabus we have total 4 past attempt papers, sir. That is December 24 attempt question paper, and June 24, December 23, June 23. These are the 4 past attempt question papers we have for new syllabus, 2022 syllabus. In these 4 question papers, there is a 7 mark question from transfer pricing, sir. That means so compulsory a 7 mark question will be asked in the examination from transfer pricing. That much important. Okay. From other concepts, from these 5 chapters, one 7 mark question can be asked, sir. One 7 mark question. Okay, and also 1 or 2 MCQs, sir. 1 or 2 MCQs. Okay, this is the weightage of this chapter number 3. Okay, so how much weightage, sir? 14, 7, 7, 28 marks plus 2 or 3 MCQs. That means nearly 32, 34 marks question paper is being asked from this chapter number 3 only. Okay, so next chapter, one of the easiest chapter, that is chapter number 4. So in which we have multiple concepts like activity based costing, ABC, activity based costing, just in time, okay, throughput, accounting, and backflush accounting. Okay. So from this chapter number 4, out of these 4 chapters, I mean 4 sub chapters, one 7 mark question compulsory will be asked, and also one MCQ, sir, 2 marks. That means total 9 marks is the weightage of this chapter number 4, sir. Okay. Next, chapter number 5, standard costing. Standard costing and uniform costing, sir. Okay, from for uniform costing, not that much syllabus is not there. So only one problem and 1 or 2 theoretical questions are there in the syllabus. But standard costing is the main chapter here. Okay, in which we have material cost variance calculation, labor cost variance calculation, overheads, variable overhead, fixed overhead variance calculations, and okay, so these concepts you might have done in same inter level, but coming to the final level, you will do some advanced problems like a reconciliation, investigation of the variances, and planning variance and operational variance, somewhat like some little bit extension of the concept you can see in this standard costing at final level. Okay, so so most probably reconciliation part only, reconciliation and planning variance and investigation. Okay, these are the concept which you will see in final level. Okay, so from last 2 attempts, reconciliation question is only being asked for 14 marks, sir. Direct 14 marks question asked in the examination for December 24 attempt and June 24 attempt. And in previous attempts, planning variance and investigation of the variances on that concepts, they have asked for 7 mark questions. Okay, so if you want to do this reconciliation problem, means you have to learn all the concepts like material cost variance, labor cost variance calculation, all this variance calculation you have to have some in detail knowledge, so then only you can do this reconciliation part. So that's why for standard costing we will start from 0 and we'll discuss every concept from the beginning, sir. Okay, so these all are the 5 chapters we have in SAM. Okay, so out of these 5 chapters, some concepts you might have learned in same mentor level, but here we see little bit somewhat extension of those concepts only. Okay, so next DM part, sir, decision making. This one is so from decision making, you see most of the chapters, something like nearly 6 or 7 chapters are from OM only. OM, you might have learned some assignment, transportation, linear program planning, and simulation, network analysis. All these chapter will be here also. Okay, so chapter number 6 is in shortcut LPP, linear program planning, sir. Okay. So in linear program planning, there will be major concepts are like LP model writing. So we write some equations, object to function constraints. Okay, OM operations management, have you done these problems in an interlevel, right? Okay. So if you have taken choice in OM also, no problem. We will discuss all these concepts from scratch. That means I will teach everything from zero basic level also I will teach here. Okay, so here we will see some advanced concepts like for solving so you might have seen formation of LP model only in interlevel, but here we solve those equations, okay, by using graphical method, simplex method, something like that. So little bit two additional concepts will be there in final level, sir. So coming to the seventh one, transportation. Okay, for this transportation, uh, so in final level, you will see apart from the interlevel concepts, you will see some looping concept only. In addition, we will learn some looping only. The additional concept we will learn. So apart from that, everything is same from interlevel only. Looping. So 8 chapter assignment. Assignment. Okay, same like interlevel only. Some different problems you face here. So ninth one, game theory, sir. Game theory. This is the new concept which was added in a new syllabus. In old syllabus, there is no chapter like game theory, but new syllabus only they have added this chapter, sir. Okay. Next one, 10th chapter, simulation. Simulation. Next one, simulation also same like interlevel only. So interlevel problems somewhat like library problems, doctor patient problem, petrol bunk problem. So all the problems will do in final level also. Okay. So coming to next chapter, network analysis, sir. 11th chapter, network analysis. Okay, in inter level, we learned some network diagram drawing, forward pass, backward pass, okay, EST, EFT, LST, LFT calculations, and float calculations. Okay, so and you might have learned program evaluation review technique. So not that much crashing, but here we see crashing also. Crashing, one of the important concept here. Paired program evaluation review technique, crashing, and some new concept we see here, that is resource leveling, sir. These are the additional concepts apart from the interlevel we will learn in final level, sir. Okay, so uh, after analyzing past 10 papers, I have identified that in from network analysis. Okay, so definitely a question is being asked, sir. If you can observe in June 24 exam paper and December 24 exam paper and previous papers also, direct 14 mark question is being is asked, sir, was asked in June 24 and December 24 papers. For December 24 paper, direct crashing 14 mark question was asked, sir. And in June 24, paired program evaluation review technique, on that concept they have asked the question. Okay, that means these are the two concepts most important for final level. Okay, in each attempt they are asking at least a 7 mark question or else a 14 mark question. Compulsory a question will be there in the question paper. Okay, and also simulation also, from last 3 attempts they have been asking a 7 mark question, sir. Okay, so these are the sure short chapters. We can expect at least a 7 mark question or else a 14 mark question from network analysis, sir. Okay. Sure short chapters. Next one, chapter number 12, learning curve. Learning curve. Next 13, maxima minima. Maxima minima. So here we use some derivatives, sir. Derivatives. So intermediate level we have done some d by dx of something. Okay, so the derivatives we see here, but somewhat like, so little bit mathematical formulas will be there in this chapter. Okay, so next chapter number 14, business forecasting, sir. Business forecasting. Okay, compulsory 7 mark question is being asked, sir. Okay, in last 3 papers there was a question on this chapter. So in business forecasting also we see some demand forecasting concept is there in OM, right? So y equal to a plus bx, on this equation we have some problems in intermediate level. Yeah, get it, something. Yeah. Okay, so again we see the same concept here also. And coming to 15th one, this one is theoretical chapter, sir. Tools for data analytics. Tools for data analytics. Okay, so this is the most easiest chapter. So here we have 30 MCQs, sir. Okay, 2 MCQs definitely will be asked in the examination. 2 MCQs, direct MCQs will be asked in the examination. Okay, you just read those 30 is enough. Okay, 2 MCQs are being asked from this chapter. Okay, this is overall weightage. Okay, if you observe simulation, network analysis, and business forecasting, these are the 3 chapters from which we can expect a sure short question, sir. Okay, and coming to game theory, maxima minima, business forecasting, these are the chapters introduced in new syllabus only. So this one also. These are the 4 chapters introduced in a new syllabus, 2020 syllabus. In old syllabus we didn't have these concepts, sir. Okay, so game theory and assignment. So next, out of 4 past attempts, in 2 attempts they have asked assignment problem and game theory problem, sir. Okay, after simulation and network analysis and business forecasting, so these are the important chapters. I mean assignment, game theory, and maxima minima, these 3 chapters, sir. Okay, let's see some analysis, past papers analysis, sir. See, I have done some analysis for past 4 attempts. That means June 24 attempt paper, December 24, June 24, December 23, June 23. Okay, on new syllabus we have only 4 exam papers only. Okay, from basics, introduction to SCM, and second chapter. These 2 chapters are the theory chapters from SCM, sir. Okay, from these two chapters, a 7-mark question definitely will be asked. One or two. We don't know from which chapter they will ask. But so in chapter number 1 and 2, we have nearly some 15 theoretical questions, sir. 15 to maybe some 18 questions will be there. Okay, those questions are enough. Definitely one question will be asked, and plus an MCQ can be asked, one or two MCQs from these two chapters. That means nearly what is the weightage, sir? So in December 24 attempt, we have 11 marks weightage from these two chapters. Okay. So next chapter number 3, we have done that analysis. So 14-mark question plus 2 marks from marginal costing and a transfer pricing. Okay. So in last 3 attempts, there is a question, and in this attempt, they have asked a probability technique on this probability concept. They have asked 7-mark questions, sir. And in from chapter number 4, 7-mark question plus MCQ. Chapter number 5, 14 marks questions, one or two, two 7-mark questions are directly one 14-mark question plus one MCQ. Okay, so see here from decision making part, definitely a 14-mark question in last 2 attempts they have asked, and the simulation in last 3 attempts 7-mark question plus MCQ. And coming to game theory, in December 24 attempt and June 23 attempt, 7-mark question asked, and assignment in 3 attempts they have asked a question. Out of these 3 attempts, in 2 attempts they have asked only traveling salesman problems, sir. Traveling salesman, and 1 attempt they have asked prohibited assignments. Okay, so on these 2 concepts only they are asking questions. And coming to the maxima minima and business forecasting, see in these 2 attempts 7-mark questions, 7-mark questions, 7-mark questions are asked, but in December 24 attempt only they have asked 7-mark only, the 2 from business forecasting and 2 MCQs, sir. Okay, so see paper pattern. Let's see some pattern question paper model or patterns, sir. SCM and DM. Okay, so even though they say like SCM is for 60% of weightage, DM is for 40% of weightage, but in question paper for 70 mark question, for 70 marks they have asked, sir, and from DM part they have asked for 58 marks, sir, even though our weightage is 40% only. Okay, so 58 marks, for 58 marks question paper is there, sir. Okay, that means in total we have 128 marks question paper. Out of this 128, 70 marks for SCM and 58 marks from DM part, sir. Okay, so see question paper pattern. We will be having nearly 8 questions in question paper. So question number 1, same like all other subjects, MCQs only. MCQs. We will be having some 15 MCQs into 2, that means 30 marks. Out of this 15 MCQs, in this particular December 24 attempt, 8 MCQs are from SCM part, sir. 8 from SCM and remaining 7 from DM part, sir. Okay, so coming to question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5. These 4 questions will be from SCM, and question number 6, question number 7, question number 8. These 3 questions are from decision making DM part, sir. Okay, so this question number 2, in last 4 attempts they are asking from chapter number 3 only. In 3 attempts they have asked marginal costing question, sir. Marginal costing question, make or buy situation or accept or reject. In one attempt they have asked limiting factor questions, sir. Okay, so we have multiple decision making situations in marginal costing. Okay, so 14 mark question has asked in past 3 attempts, but in one attempt uh, from relevant costing they have asked a question, sir. Direct 14 mark question. Okay, so this question number 5 completely from standard costing only, that means chapter number 5 only, chapter number 5. Okay, out of these 4 last attempts, in 2 attempts they have asked a reconciliation question, reconciliation direct 14 marks, 14 marks. In one attempt they have asked planning variance and investigation of variances, 7 marks, 7 marks. And in one attempt some basic questions, basic questions, something like material cost variance, labor cost variance, that basic calculation only they have asked for. Okay, that means reconciliation is the most important concept from standard costing. Okay, so these two concepts from these for these two questions, in question number 3, one question will be from chapter number 3 again. So that means from transfer pricing one question will be there, and from other concepts, something like product life cycle costing, asset life cycle costing, probability. So another 7 mark question will be there, sir. From this question number 4, from chapter number 4, from activity based costing or else throughput costing, one question can be asked, and for 7 marks only. For second part B, theoretical questions, sir. Theory from chapter number 1 or chapter number 2. Okay, for question number 2 direct chapter number 3 marginal costing, chapter number 4 question number 5, 14 marks. Okay, question number 3, 4 will be asked like this. From chapter number 3 only they will ask a question from chapter number 3, question 4, chapter number 4, and theory question. Okay, so from these three concepts, for these 3 questions, question number 7 definitely will be from network analysis, direct 14 mark question, 14 mark question. Okay, so in question number 6 we have 2 parts A B, 8 also we will be having 2 parts A B. Okay, we cannot say from which chapter they will ask these 7 mark questions, but sure shot they are asking one question from a simulation, sir. Remaining 3 questions from the so in past attempts they are asking from assignment or game theory or maxima minima or business forecasting learning curve. Okay, so from transportation in last 4 attempts there is no question from transportation, sir. There was no question from transportation, and LPP linear program planning also a question not being asked. Okay, so this is the question paper, how they're asking the questions in last 4 attempts new syllabus. Okay, got it? Readouts. Okay, so now we can proceed to the SCMs. So some concepts let us discuss, sir. So SCM and DM, it is somewhat like a hybrid subject, sir. Why I am saying this is a hybrid subject means, in this subject we will learn some costing concepts, costing, so from SCM entry level, and operations management concepts, and strategic management concepts. Okay, this is the mixture of 3 subjects from intermediate level: costing and management accounting, and operations management, and strategic management. Okay, that is why I am telling this is a hybrid subject. So this is not only just a subject which we can use to take decisions in real life situations also. So something like in bachelor rooms, okay, 4 or 5 friends stay together, and one person do somewhat like cooking, one person do something like sweeping, one person do something, okay, some dishwashing, something like that. Okay, so how we assign the jobs for each person? Okay, so the person who has somewhat expertise in cooking will do that job. Like that, we do some assignments in business situations also. For that, we use assignment, right? Assignment concepts. So in somewhat like make or buy situations, that will also be useful in our real life situations. And some concepts like for business forecasting. Okay, if you start a business, okay, for business forecasting, some concepts are there which will be useful in our real life also. Okay, so I can say like this SCM DM subject is here we don't need that much logical memory concepts. We don't need that kind of technical skills, but what we need is something like just some common sense. Okay, so that is the most important thing, but which we lack that common sense. If we have common sense means most of the questions we can directly answer. Something like they will ask some amount, whether this is expenditure or not. Okay, so fixed or variable we have to decide. Okay, so that kind of questions from MCQs also, if you have some common sense you can directly answer most of the questions. Okay, so from marginal costing also, some we don't need all the formula, break even point, shutdown point, PVI ratio, all the formulas also we don't need, but we can do the problem in marginal costing if you have some common sense. Okay, so somewhat like in SFM, so this SCM and DM is somewhat different from SFM, sir. In which way means in SFM you have to learn some formulas. Okay, if you remember the formula, okay, so you pick the data from the question and you will apply the formula, you will get the answer. But here in SCM, okay, you have to read the entire question thoroughly and you have to understand the question. Okay, then you have to solve in your own way. Okay, so different persons will get different answers in SCM. So somewhat case study kind of questions. In my own perspective way, I will present answer in one version, one way. Okay, you can write in your own way, but both can be correct in this case study kind of questions. Okay, what you have to do is like you have to give justification for your decision in that particular answer writing. Okay, so why, how this SCM will be useful for every business, sir. For every business, what is the most important objective? So every business will be having some different objectives. So what is the most ultimate objective will be like oh, excellent, sir, profit earning. Okay, so how can we get the profit means sales minus cost. Okay, how can we increase this profit, sir? Okay, to get maximum profit we have to increase the sales, or else, wow, excellent, either increase the sales or else reduce the cost. Okay, to get maximum profit, what the business has to do means it has to get some customer satisfaction, sir. Customer satisfaction. The customer satisfied with our product means we will get so huge profits. So when customer get satisfaction, when customer gets satisfaction means okay, so if a business provide good quality product, then customer can be satisfied. Okay, right quality we have to provide, right quality product. Okay, to produce a product at the best quality, SCM and DM is giving some concepts, quality management concepts. Okay, all these concepts like TQM, Six Sigma, business process re-engineering, and somewhat benchmark, lean accounting, some concepts are there in chapter number 1 and 2. Okay, these concepts are for quality management only. Okay, if you maintain some quality, customer gets satisfied, then if customer satisfied means you will get profits. Okay, our ultimate objective of the business is getting profit only. Okay, so next one, not only the quality but also he expects some service or service right quality, right service, or else right time. They expect a product on a right time. Somewhat like delivery times will be there, right time. Whenever customer wants a product, we should be there to deliver the product. That means we should deliver the product to the customer on time. So for this we have a concept like supply chain management and value chain analysis, sir. Through this concept we can minimize the delivery time, something like that. Okay, so next one is right quality, right time. Next one, right price, sir. Right price. When you provide a product at a right price to the customer, so customer will get satisfied. Okay, so right price means so here price means from customer point of view, he is purchasing his purchasing price. From business point of view, our selling price. Okay, so we have to fix the right selling price, sir. Okay, so fixing a right selling price is also one of the crucial decision making in for every business. Okay, how they fix this selling price means cost plus profit, that is equal to selling price. That's it. That's simple. But okay, so to increase your number of units of sales, you have to fix your selling price at a lower price than compared to the competitors. Okay, let's say for example, if customers competitors are selling the product at 100 rupees. Okay, so you have to sell the product at a little bit lower price than the customer. That means at 99 rupees or 95, something like that. Okay, so if you sell the product at a lower price than the competitors, then most of the customers will come to your company, your product only they will purchase, sir. That means to increase the sales, you have to fix the selling price at a lower level. To increase the total overall turnover or overall total sales number, you have to fix the selling price at lower level. That means to fix the selling price at lower, okay, you will reduce the selling price, but you won't compromise in your profits. That means let's say I will explain with an example. Let's say for example, I'm selling the product at 100 rupees. I'm getting some profit 20 rupees. That means what is my cost, sir? 80 rupees. Now to increase the number of units of sales, I'm reducing the selling price by 10 rupees. That means I'm reducing from 100 to 90 rupees. Okay, so even though I have reduced the selling price from 100 to 90, I won't compromise on my profit per unit. That means again I will expect, I won't compromise in this profit 20 rupees, sir. So even though I reduce the selling price, definitely I want that 20 rupees. That means in that situation, I have to produce the product at what cost, sir? 90 minus 20 means 70 rupees. That means here I have to reduce the cost from 80 to 70. Okay, this reduction can be done by using SCM and DM techniques, sir. Nothing but cost reduction or cost minimization we say here. Okay, so this is the only concept which we learn in total SCM and DM. So in total SCM and DM, what is the major concept we are going to learn means either maximization or else minimization. Okay, you take any concept from SCM or DM. Okay, that is either maximization or else we do some minimization. So maximization means what we maximize, sir, in business. So we do, and they're given a somewhat sales figures given means we do maximization or else revenue. When there are numbers like contribution, we do maximization. When profits are given, we try to maximize the profit. Okay, when we use minimization means when cost elements are given, we do minimization. When distances, traveling distances are given, we do minimization. Again for labor time, okay, we try to minimize, so that if you minimize this traveling distances and labor time means you will ultimately you will reduce the cost only. Okay, so that means in total SCM and DM we do these two concepts only, either maximization or minimization. Okay, so here coming to the cost minimization. Cost minimization, here we have two concepts, sir. Cost minimization means we can minimize the cost either by cost reduction or by cost control, sir. Okay, cost reduction and cost control. Sir, I think you guys know the difference between cost reduction and cost control, sir. Okay, what is the difference between cost reduction and cost control? Cost reduction means cost reduction. Cost control means controlling the cost. Yeah, that's it. So the major difference is like here. So we do cost minimization. You can do the minimization of cost either by cost reduction or cost control. Cost reduction means it's a permanent. Cost control means it's a temporary. Let's say for example in this room. Okay, so if you want to control the electricity cost, what we can do, sir? So we can yeah, excellent, sir. Okay, we can give instruction to in charges, something like turn off the fans, ACs, lights and systems after each class. Okay, if they turn off all these after each class means electricity cost will be in control. If they don't do means okay, electricity cost will be so increases. Okay, if you want to reduce the cost, electricity cost, okay, what we can do, sir? Okay, unnecessarily there are some 3 or 4 tube lights are there. We can remove those tube lights means we can reduce the cost. Okay, so we have AC here, but also we have fans. Okay, if you so remove these fans also, that is permanent. Okay, so cost reduction is permanent, cost control is temporary. Okay, this is the basic difference, but though we will discuss in detail in future. Okay, so all the SCM and DM concepts are either cost reduction concepts or else cost control concepts. In cost reduction, we will have a plan or strategy. By applying that plan or strategy, we can reduce the cost. So like that. Okay, for cost reduction, we have in SCM, we have multiple concepts, sir. That is, so first one, marginal costing, cost reduction concept, and target costing, relevant costing in chapter number 3, product life cycle costing, asset life cycle costing. All these concepts are cost reduction techniques only. So, and in chapter number 4, activity based costing, throughput costing, and we have just in time. All these concepts are cost reduction techniques only from SCM. We have cost control techniques also. Those are so standard costing, and transfer pricing, sir. Okay, so in cost reduction, we have a plan, we will apply that plan so that cost will be reduced. In cost control, we set some targets. Okay, so at the beginning of the period itself, we will set some targets. So if you can see in standard costing, in the beginning of the year itself, top level management fix some standards to the managers. Okay, let's say if there is a purchase department means, so top level management fix a condition to the purchase manager, something like purchase 1 kg of raw metal for 5 rupees only. That we take as a standard price. Okay, at the end of the period, we check whether that manager has purchased for 5 rupees or not. If that manager purchased that 1 kg for 6 rupees means, okay, so adverse variance. Less than 5 means favorable variance. Like that, we fix some targets. Okay, we check whether that targets are being achieved or not. Okay, like the in the same way transfer pricing, we fix some target profit or target cost or target revenue for divisions. For each division we will fix some targets. Okay, at the end of the period we check whether those targets are achieved by the departments or not. In that is only transfer pricing. Okay, these two are the major concepts for cost control. So these all are the major concepts for cost reduction. Okay, so coming to the DM part, decision making. So all the decision making techniques are also cost reduction techniques only. Okay, we use assignment. We use assignment to reduce the job cost. Okay, we use transportation to reduce the transportation cost. We use linear program planning. Okay, so while taking product mix decisions or else in some ways of investment decisions. Okay, so this is also for either maximization or minimization. Minimization means the cost reduction only. Okay, so and we have learning curve theorem also to reduce the cost, labor cost only. Okay, so then we go for network analysis. In network analysis, this is direct for projects only. Okay, all the techniques we learn. Okay, all the techniques we learn are for product only. So marginal costing, transfer pricing. So all these concepts are for product only, but this network analysis is for projects. Next, maxima, minima, or business forecasting. All these concepts are okay. So cost reduction only. Here we have one more concept, sir. That is simulation. Simulation. Okay. So in decision making part, all these are the cost minimization techniques, sir. Inherently, for each concept, there will be some assumptions, sir. In assignment, there is some assumption like one person, one job, one person. Some precondition or a pre-assumption will be there. If that assumption won't work, okay, we cannot solve the assignment problem. Okay, something like that. In transportation also, we take some assumptions. Something like total demand equal to total supply. Okay, so if the condition works only, we can do the transportation problem. Like that, in LPP model, some linear relationship assumption we take, and learning curve, constant learning percentage, and network analysis, and maximum minimum, all these concepts, there will be some assumptions. Okay, so in real life situations, all these assumptions won't work always, sir. Okay, sometimes if those assumptions are not works, means we cannot apply these techniques. In that situation, if we cannot apply any of these techniques, means then simulation is the technique which will help us. Okay, that means in any decision making situation we can apply simulation. Okay, that is the beauty of this simulation. Okay, so that's why we start learning with simulation chapter, sir. Okay, so sure short question for 7 marks, and also somewhat most of the questions you think like, okay, while doing simulation problems, yeah, yes, sir, I know this problem, sir, I have done in CM inter level. That feeling only you will get, sir. Okay, that much simple easy questions only will be there. No, you are telling. No, you are telling wrong theory question. So theory question not being asked in last 3 attempts, Srilata. Okay, they're asking only 2 MCQs from data analytics chapter 15. Okay, please go and research last 3 exam past papers. MCQs from board book only. Okay, not just board book. Okay, you have to read the MCQs from BCA book. That means in which I have compiled past MTP, MQP, past question paper, and okay, study material, and MCQ booklet which was given by the institute. Okay, so I have compiled the MCQs from all the sources. Okay, that MCQs are enough, I am telling. Okay, not just study material MCQs. Okay, got it. Next, see, Okay, in this class, I will tell you what is the meaning of simulation and everything, just theoretical part only. So we will start doing problematic from tomorrow onwards. Okay. Take heading simulation. Okay, so first of all, what does it mean by simulation, sir? Simulation, it involves creation of a model, sir. Okay, so what model? That leads to the classification of simulation. Okay, we will discuss it later, but it involves creation of a model. Okay, so by analyzing this model, okay, this model which will represent which will represent characteristics of a real system. Just write it down, I will explain. Okay, it involves creation of a model which will represent characteristics of a real system by analyzing this model. By analyzing this model, so we can evaluate real system. Real system. So here we have two main wordings, sir: real system and model. Okay, so in simulation, some complex system will be there, sir. Okay, we have to test whether that system will work out or not. Okay, so if that would be so cost effective means we cannot do that analysis of real system. For that, what we do here means we create some model. Okay, we test that model. So from that results of testing model, we analyze the real system. So let's take for example, see, there is a movie called Tick Tick Tick, Tamil, Jayam Ravi. Have you guys seen that movie? No, at least any one of you. Yeah, excellent, sir. At least. Okay, so there is a movie called Tick Tick Tick, sir. Tick Tick Tick. So clock tick 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 like that. Okay, in that movie, hero and team, hero JM Ravi and his team has to go to the space. Okay, so now that space is the real system. Okay, so before sending these people to the real system, our scientist team in ISRO, so they say ISRO, Okay, ISRO, what they do is like okay, directly sending these people to the space is somewhat risky. So why means in on earth and on space environments are different. That means here we have gravity, there won't be any gravity in space. Okay, atmosphere temperature conditions will also be different. So for that what they do is like they create some room which represents the exact characteristics of space. That means they create a room, sir. Here room, this room will be have zero gravity. Okay, they are flying, right? Okay, so zero gravity, and which represents exact temperature characteristics of the space. That is how they create a room. So to that room they will send these people, and they will analyze their temperature and their mind movement, so psychological feelings and everything they will analyze. After that they will do some analysis. Okay, so give some training and everything, then only they will send these people to the space. Okay, so here that space is the real system, sir. Here the real system is space. Okay, so the model is that room they have created. Okay, room. Okay, by analyzing this model, okay, just by analyzing this model they will evaluate the characteristics or okay, results of the real system. Okay, so what is the use of this analysis means okay, they can avoid huge cost, a huge loss in real system, sir. Okay, if so something like if they can, if they send these people directly to the space, okay, if everything goes wrong means they will lose their lives and everything. Okay, it will be somewhat a huge cost thing like that. Okay, that's why what they do is like they create some room and give somewhat training, something like that. And from, so this movie, what is this, Katti, right? Yeah, Katti. So in Telugu, Kaidi number 150, Chiranjeevi has done. Okay, Vijay. Okay, they has to, in the climax of the movie, they have to stop somewhat like Chennai municipal water flows. Okay, for that they use some model here. Okay, in this model they plan how to stop the water flow in Chennai and everything, something like that. Okay, this is the model. Okay, that is the real system. Chennai municipal waterways and everything is the real system. This is the model. They will analyze this model and execute in real system. Okay, same thing happens in Bahubali movie also. Okay, so in Bahubali 1 movie, so in second part there will be some huge war. Okay, before going into the war, okay, so all the big people gather together. So she is what is her name, sir? Shivagami. Yeah, Ballala here. Sorry, Bahubali is here. Ballala Deva. He is okay. Okay, Bijjala Deva, Katappa. So he is Ballala. Okay, okay, okay. All the people gather together. So Ramakrishna asks for somewhat, tell me some strategies or plan. Bahubali immediately tells Trisula Viha, something like that. Okay, they create some model here. Okay, here this Kattappa explains the plan. Trisula Viha. This is the Trisulam. Okay, so Bahubali goes like this, Ballala goes like this, kills Kalakeya and everything. Okay, okay. Before going into the real war, here they have created some model. Okay, what they do is like they just analyze this model. By analyzing this model, they will do some interpretations regarding real system. Okay, this is what simulations are. Okay, so what are the real time examples for simulation means like that we will be having some children parks and railway scheduling, aeroplane scheduling. Okay, so railway scheduling, aeroplane scheduling, and planetarium. So in Hyderabad also we have some big water world, something like that. Okay, so in that wonder world or water world is there. Okay, in that there will be some planetarium. So what is planetarium means, somewhat like big exhibition. They take us to one big room and a dark room. In that they will show some with the screen, they will show the space, planets and everything. Okay, we feel like so exactly like we are, so somewhat virtual reality. Okay, we feel exactly like we are sitting, we are in the space, something, some that experience they will give in that planetarium, sir. Okay, all these are the examples for simulation. So what they do is like, before sending the childrens into the main roads. Okay, in children parks, they will be having somewhat traffic signals, red, green, orange. Okay, so in that children parks traffic lights, they will give somewhat training to the children, so that children can understand if red appears means stop, green appears means go, something like that. In railways and aeroplane schedules also. Okay, so for scheduling railways and aeroplanes, they will create some model. Okay, so if you can observe all these, in all these examples, they create some physical model. Physical model. Okay, so here we have model. Okay, if this model is physical model, we are saying it's a model. If this model is physical model, if this model is a physical model, that means the simulation is analog simulation, sir. If the model is a mathematical model, if that model is a physical model, then the simulation is analog simulation. If the model is mathematical model, then the simulation is called computer simulation, sir. Okay, so this computer simulation will be done under the method Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulation. Okay, see, okay, all the problems we do in simulation are this computer simulation problems only. Okay, that means we create a model. Okay, so that model is nothing but a mathematical model only. Okay, so based on that model, we do some analysis regarding different situations. Okay, so in which situations we use this mathematical model means, we can do, so most probably in most of the situations we do forecasting by using this mathematical model simulation or computer simulation or a Monte Carlo simulation model. We do forecasting. Forecasting means nothing but estimation. We do estimations for the future. Okay, what estimations we make here means here we estimate future demand, future supply, future cost, future sales we are going to generate, future cash flows, future production units, future production, future production, and all these are for manufacturing industries. For manufacturing industries, by using simulation, we can do demand forecasting, supply forecasting, cost, sales, cash flows, production. So for manufacturing industries. For service oriented organizations, here we can estimate the customer arrival pattern. Here we have two problems, something like doctor patient problem and petrol bunk problems are there, sir. Okay, activity sequencing will be there. Okay, for these questions what we do is like customer arrival pattern, we will estimate by using simulation, and service patterns, service time, service times for different customers. For each customer, different customers, we estimate the service time by using simulation. Okay, so for these estimations only, here in this final level we use the simulation technique, and we do some future forecasting or estimations, we do some analysis. Okay, so for estimation and everything we need some past data. Okay, so I will explain just one example, sir. After that I will close the class. Just an example. Let's say, for example, we want to estimate the future sales. Okay, so to estimate the future sales, what we need is like past data, history or something like that. So I have compiled the past data, something like for last 1 year, that means 12 months sales data I have compiled. So in last year, something like in month January, I have sold sales are like 1000 units. In February, so sales are 2000 units. In March, 1500 units. In April, again 1000 units. In May also 1000 units. June also 1000 units. July 1500. August 2000 units. September 1500. October 2000. November 1000. December also 1000. So randomly I have taken these numbers. Okay, this is the data which I have compiled for last 12 months data, sir. Okay, sales are happened like this. Okay, so from this data, so these sales numbers are there, sir. If you can observe, only 3 numbers are repeated: 1000, 2000, 1500. We take these numbers as decision variables. Let's say decision variables, let us assume this is X is our decision variable, which we have to estimate for the future. Okay, so here we have 3 numbers only: 1000, 1500, and 2000. Now we have to write the frequency for all these numbers. Frequency means how many times an observation has repeated. Here we have to count how many times this 1000 has repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, the frequency of this 1000 is 6. Okay, for 1500, 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, for 2000, 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, 6, 3, 3. This is the frequency, sir. Okay, what is our total frequency? We have taken 12 months data. That's why total frequency is 12. Now, from this frequency, we have to write the probability, sir. Probability. So, we all know that the formula for probability. So, what is the formula for probability means? Probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, so probability is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, so now see, for 1000, what is the favorable outcomes? Out of these 12 observations, 6 times 1000 is repeated. That means the favorable outcomes are 6, total outcomes are 12. The probability for 1000 is 6 by 12. That means how much, sir? 50%. 0.50. Okay, so for this 1500, 3 by 12, 0.25. This is also 0.25. Now we have to write cumulative probability. Cumulative probability means we have to add the probabilities from top to bottom. That means 0.50, 0.75, 1.00. Okay, so okay, see, now I have to write the range for this data. So to write the range, we need 100 two-digit numbers, sir. We know two-digit numbers from 10 to 99. Okay, all these numbers will be nearly 90 numbers, I think. Okay, we need 10 more numbers. That's why we take 00 to 09 also. Okay, so by taking 00 to 99, these all are the 100 two-digit numbers, sir. Okay, now we have to assign these numbers to each decision variables. That is what range is. Okay, so here for 1000, what is the probability, sir? 50%. 50 means 50% probability. Okay, that means we have 100 random numbers. Out of these 100 random numbers, 100 two-digit numbers, we have to assign 50 numbers to first 1000. That means as it has 50% of probability. So that means if we start with 002, so 49, okay, 1 to 49, 49 numbers, and 00, 50 numbers. Okay, so after 49, so as it is ended with 49, here start with 50, sir. Okay, so the cumulative probability is 75. That means and it with 74. 50 to 74, total 25 numbers. The probability here is 25. Okay, so here it has 25% of probability. That's why you are assigning 25 numbers to that respective